wherein we sit, and also in the Magistrate Commission, because that's where the judiciary accounts on a regular basis. So if you can give us a clue, how does this influence take place? Do they influence judges to write judgment in a certain way or in a different way that I do not understand?
Honorable members, we are in the field of crime fighting as the South African Police Service. So we understand how the criminals operate. One of the things that we know for a fact as a police is that everyone has a price. And that is a strategy that the criminals employ, that everyone has a price. If you cannot bribe an arresting officer in blue uniform on the street, then definitely must bribe the detectives who carries a docket. If you're not successful in bribing a detective that carries a docket, you must bribe the prosecutor that prosecutes your case. If you're not able to bribe that prosecutor to prosecute your case, you must bribe a presiding officer. If you're not successful with that presiding officer, then you must bribe a correctional service official. There's a value chain of the justice system. In one way or another, there's weakness in the chain. Someone get caught, someone fall into that corruption. So it can't be spoken loosely that police officers, majority of them are corrupt and they get arrested. And when you go up the same chain and you speak, it becomes like a taboo that it doesn't happen. Yet there's evidence in this country that the judges are in prison today, some of them, as a result. So we have presiding officers, maybe that's a word I should use, not judges, because it might not necessarily be judges, it might be some of the magistrates. Now let me use the word presiding officers. There are presiding officers in our court processes who are either paid or they are threatened not to give the certain judgments, or they are politically inclined to take certain judgments. Some of them you sit in on this television and you watch and you say, oh, well, this is it's a first of its kind. But the judgment goes out. You disagree with it, but what can you do? It comes from one presiding officer and then it becomes law.
Okay. No, I'm asking that